So, a couple years ago, I decided to take the venture and run 970s SLI with a Samsung UD590. It's a decent experience. The monitor was $400. It could close to push it with 2 cards. It's TN panel, so it wasn't anything to write home about. In 2018, about 3 or 4 years later, it's amazing what's out there. For $249.99, which is what I paid for this, I'm back at 4K. And I have the graphics card to run it. It's an AMD card, and this is Freesync. It's 60 hertz for $250. Really good deal. It's an IPS panel. So enter the LG 24UD58. We are going to open this up. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to do a quick overview, and I probably won't give you any impressions right now because I don't have a graphics card to run it. But yeah, let's take a look at it and see how she comes and how it gets set up. So you guys are going to spend a little bit of time with me today on the floor so we can get this open. Again, I don't have a camera operator. I just do this for fun. So I would probably advise just be very careful, not going super deep when you're opening something like this, a knife. Because you hit that screen, luckily they were smart and had foam, but if you go too deep, you can probably do some serious damage. So, by the way, the other monitor, which I may or may not do a review on, is a simple 1080p IPS 75 hertz FreeSync monitor. I am doing dual monitor. I wanted the same brand, the same size, so that's why I went with 23.8. Should be fine. Honestly, I've had 27. I've always followed big. I feel like I have a little bit of static built up, so this is gonna have to be built. Let's take this out for a second. I'm gonna lean it down against my knee, just very easily. Hard foam, I mean, I guess when you get a good deal, that's part of where you give up. So we have a bunch of stuff we're gonna need. So we have a DisplayPort, power adapter, probably HDMI. We have, and I'll move this over so you guys can see better. So a whole bunch of stuff here. We have the stand, which we're gonna wanna put together now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ever so gently not knock over my lights. I'm going to lay the monitor over there, and then we are going to take a look at this stand. Now normally I would say read the directions, but I don't read the directions. I mess it up first and then I read the directions. This is generally how I do it. Oh man, so much plastic. You should really try to do this in a relatively static-free environment, but generally speaking, you're not going to kill anything. Jay just did an interesting video recently about doing everything wrong. He built it on literally a shag rug and just everything wrong, and the computer was fine. Wouldn't recommend doing it, but some of the things they talk about you absolutely can't do. You can, just don't be an idiot. That's pretty much what why people recommend doing things certain ways, is because people are idiots, unfortunately. Not to say you guys are idiots by any stretch, but people are idiots. So that does happen from time to time. So that was pretty easy. It went, so just to show you, it literally just goes over top. And then you just have to screw this in. Now, chances are you might need a straight head to do it. We'll see. Nah, it should be fine. Good there. And then it looks to be, so the monitor is going to go up here, but it looks to be some screws. So that's most likely in here. So let's see what we got. We do have screws, so that's what we're looking for in a clip. We have a standard power cable. I love to see this. I hate power bricks on monitors. It's just annoying. It makes it hard to replace and just annoying. Ooh, this is good stuff. So we have an HDMI cable and DisplayPort, and here's why I like that. Don't get me wrong, any modern graphics card that you have any hope to run 4K, if you're not integrated, is going to have DisplayPort. But not every single person that buys this may actually have it. They may have an older card that's only HDMI. So, granted, you probably should, but for example, at work, a perfect example. I have a laptop and I have a Samsung UD 590. It was actually what I use my work monitor. It's what my boss bought. And I use HDMI in. The monitor luckily came with it, I believe, or else I would have had to go out and get a cable. And that's just annoying, especially for, you know, an end user, right? Me, it didn't matter. It was just a trip to Staples and the company paid for it, but not always the case. So let's take a look here. Looks to be, yep, 4 spots, but it looks to be only 2 screws for threads. So I'm not entirely sure what the other bit is for, but it looks like it simply goes on like that. Now I'm gonna hold this so it doesn't fall off. I just realized I don't have a screwdriver handy. Whoops. So I'm gonna turn this so you guys can see what I'm doing. So here's what you wanna do when you're setting this up, is get both of these started a little bit. Just like that. Get that one down a little bit further. Get that one down a little bit further. And then you should be good to hammer it all the way in. So, take a look at the back. I like this. DisplayPort, HDMI, audio pass-through, power cable. Base amount, I mean, you can't go wrong for 250 bucks unless this is not the ideal size for you. Then I would agree. Oh, this is pretty cool. This has a cover. Cool. So you actually don't have to worry about somebody messing with the screws or anything. So easy assembly. Obviously, I'll have to see in action before I give you a real opinion about it. But it definitely fits the mold. It's exactly what I needed. So let's go ahead and wrap her up. I'm quite glad I got another battery. Because I took such a long break, the battery's been But anyway, so let's wrap it up. I don't have any thoughts about the monitor, just a quick little bit about it, how to assemble it, and that's it. I'm really expecting it to be fine and suit my needs. So if it doesn't, you'll see another video. If it does, just assume I'm happy. Maybe stay into tune my live streams. I might say otherwise, but let's take one little quick final look at it. And you can see the glow from my lights. What's the model number? So it's the LG24UD58. Sorry, I know I should study up on this better. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked the video, definitely give it that thumbs up. If you don't like the video, knock the computer off. No, don't do that. But give me feedback. I can change it up. You know, I definitely appreciate feedback. But as always, this is Steve from PC Budget Solutions, and I will see you later on down the road.